Yeah, a beautiful day to everyone watching us live from wherever you are. It is the Banter Bench podcast again. It is a new year, a new edition for the year. A happy new year to our audience and a prosperous 2026 to each and every one of us. I welcome you again to another edition of the Banter Bench. And I'm here with Echukwu Maker as usual. Mr. Bayadegwega is still in Morocco, giving us all the latest in as far as the AFCON is concerned. Chukwemeka, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, happy New Year for sports fans. It's good to be back. Fresh start. We hope everyone enjoys our program. We hope you guys keep enjoying, and we also plead, for you guys to keep supporting us. Let's talk sport, let's enjoy sport, and have fun. Yeah.
All right, you've heard from Chukwemeka. Let's talk sport again this year, and it promises to be another interesting year ahead. Of course, the AFCON is still on there in Morocco. And we are now in the quarterfinal stages. The Eagles of Mali will be in action against the Regal Lions of Senegal. Cameroon, the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, will be in action against Morocco, the host nation, while Algeria will be in action against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And Egypt will lock on with Ivory Coast there in Morocco. Of course, the Pharaohs of Egypt against Ivory Coast, Algeria against Nigeria, Cameroon against Morocco, and Mali against the Regal Lions of Senegal. Of course, this is judging by Chukwemeka.
Yeah.
Judging by the fixtures we have here at our disposal, it seems we have all the heavyweight nations as far as the AFCON is as far as Africa is concerned as a continent. It seems we have the heavyweights and here with us. What can you say about these fixtures? Starting with Mali and Senegal. Playing by 5 p.m. Nigerian time today.
The beautiful part of this competition is that there's no there are no underdogs. In this current edition. That's the most interesting part of the competition. Every country out there has quality players. Top-notch players that represent their countries in their various clubs. So it's a very interesting fixture, unlike the previous edition where we had a lot of shockers, the smaller boys, the likes of Angola, smaller teams, South Africa coming to the competition. That was the last edition. But this one, you could see the hunger, the anxiety from the big boys, the likes of Senegal, Morocco, Nigeria, Algeria, Egypt, Ivory Coast. Those are top teams,
Exactly.
top teams in African football. So I wish all the whole teams, that qualified for the quarterfinal. I wish them the best of luck. But definitely, we're here, to support our own, Nigeria. We wish the boys the best of luck. Go out there. Algeria shouldn't give them a tough time. They should dismantle Algeria. I feel Algeria were even lucky, defeating DR Congo. So let's keep enjoying the competition. Let's keep our hopes high, and we wish the Super Eagles the best of luck.
All right, we wish the Super Eagles of Nigeria the best of luck in their quarterfinal game against Algeria. Of course, still on the AFCON because of course we can't just do without our own. We have to we can't just emphasize much on this. We still have to talk about the games as far as the AFCON is concerned. The Eagles of Mali will take on the Triangulars of Senegal. That's the first quarterfinal game. What are your take on that? Quickly.
Both teams, physical teams, but I would give that one to take Senegal, because Senegal they possess two characteristics in football: the technical part and the physical part. Each Mali could be physically strong. We saw them against Tunisia. Even when they had one man down, they still came out, to surprise Tunisia. So I'll give that to Senegal because of the teamwork and their performance overall.
All right, to Senegal on that one, of course. The next one here is a game between the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon and the host nation, Morocco.
For a reason, Cameroon has been brilliant in this competition, no doubt about that. They've not lost any game. They just had a draw with Ivory Coast. So it's going to be a difficult one. I'm not going to sugarcoat any word. It's going to
Uh,
be a difficult one for Cameroon because they are playing in Morocco. Playing against the host nation. Morocco too, on the other hand, they've not been so promising. Let's be frank. If we're going to be frank here, I think they drew against them. Was it not Mali? They drew Mali. Yes, they drew against Mali.
that was a second game
But
also.
we all know. I'll tip Morocco. To go out. But this on the second hand, would all support Cameroon because we also want
West African
we
brothers.
also want Nigeria to play a weaker opponent. So
Okay,
but
what you're saying now is that you feel like if Morocco qualifies, if they qualify,
no, if Cameroon qualify, to be better for Nigeria.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say
Yeah,
here as
yeah,
well. That
yeah,
if
yeah.
Morocco qualifies the host nation, it will be kind of we'll find ourselves in a
Yeah,
very
in a
tight
very
spot
yes,
because they are the host nation.
it's
You
it's,
think they'll
it's
be
quite
hostile?
it's quite surprising how we've really we've done well in this particular competition. It's quite surprising, in the sense that we always struggle against North Africans. We always struggle, but in this particular competition, we defeated Tunisia, we defeated
I think that's the only North African team we
okay,
defeated
yeah,
in
yeah,
the.
we defeated Tunisia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
I'm
wouldn't.
already seeing. I'm already foreseeing
I wouldn't be too
Nigeria.
carried away with Tunisia's what was it called?
How wouldn't you be carried away?
Why? Because I mean we've been playing a Tunisian side before now, and we
Before
know
now,
and we know how they always give us a run
2000
for our money.
and 2000 and
They don't.
2004.
To me, what I'm saying is that
2004, Tunisia defeated us in the semi-final.
yeah,
Tunisia has they've always been giving us. Since 2006, we
that is
won them on penalty
we're on the
shootouts.
same. You've not heard me.
I'm just saying what I'm trying to say
You have
is
to hear me well. This is what I'm trying to. I think we're on the same page. What I'm saying is that Tunisia has always been a thorn in our flesh. You understand me?
yeah.
They've always been a thorn. Understand me? In our flesh. That's what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is that why I wouldn't be carried away with this particular Tunisian side that we defeated in the AFCON before they got eliminated is because I think this is one of the worst Tunisian side. If you want to agree with me on that, I'm saying this is one of the worst Tunisian side. Not taking anything away from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I'm just saying.
I'm not. I
Uh,
wouldn't tag this as I wouldn't
okay,
tag the Tunisia team as because they
from
qualified for the
all
World
from
Cup
all
as
okay
well.
from all the North African teams that has been performing in this AFCON, which of them is the weakest? You say Tunisia.
You say Tunisia.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not taking anything away from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I'm just saying that this is one of the weakest Tunisian side I've seen in a while. So you understand. So kudos to Super Eagles for getting the job done. I'm not taking anything away from them. But now we are not playing another potential North African side, which are very, very to me. I mean, for defeating
Algeria.
DR Congo, with that late strike,
Okay.
that to tell you how resilient and how focused and how determined this Algerian side is. So coming to that particular game, Nigeria versus Algeria, what is your take?
It's gonna be a tricky one. It's gonna be a tricky one. The North Africans are always a top notch team. I would give it to them. Technically they're always sound. Their flexibility helps them a lot. So it's gonna be a tough one for Nigeria, but I want to wish them the best of luck. If Eric Chell, selects the right boys and caution his players, to stop picking silly cards, silly yellow cards. We saw
Exactly.
against Mozambique the likes of Ndidi Onyeka and Basi picking up yellow card against a
Telling
team
you.
like Mozambique. That game,
And they were not under pressure.
you can imagine. So I just want Eric Chell, to at least shuffle his team, give your players more playing time. If the likes of the younger boys in the squad, if they could play against a team like Mozambique, is it a team like is it this Algeria team or who they would play in the semi-finals that they, introduce your boys, give them more playing time. See when he brought on them Onyedika. Yeah, see when he brought on Onyedika. So I want him to at least shuffle his team.
Shuffle the team and get the subs right.
Not really shuffle his team, but at least introduce bring in players on time. When you notice this guy is not doing well in this position, take him off.
And we have replacement.
We have replacement. We have good replacement. Sure, you get. I wish them the best of luck. I want to believe they will carry the day. I want to believe Super Eagles will get to the semi-final comfortably. I don't want them to delay delay the game. Just go straight, get your result, get the maximum 3 point, and we wish them the best of luck.
All right, we wish them the best of luck. Still on the struggles of Nigeria. Something happened in the last game between Osimhen and I think Ademola Lookman. You know, a lot has been said concerning that. A very trending issue in the social media space. So you understand. So I just want to get your opinion. I believe that situation has been handled already. I believe it has been handled. I believe that. I just want to get your take. Concerning that. If you want to look into that situation, very well, deeply. Uh, what is your opinion? Or is it an advice you want to give out, to Seamen, or I was it all the players, especially the attackers that are playing with him? Because people have been, attacking Osimhen, talking against him and all that, which I believe, I mean, for him to react that will definitely be, there will be a backlash. So you understand, fans will come out and attack him and all that, and they will see a lot. So you understand. But looking at it from another aspect as well, from maybe from a professional angle, if they want to get things right. So you understand, what do you think is the way forward?
We all know the passion Osimhen has for the game. We all know how he wants more. He wants to deliver. He wants to bank in goals. The game can get caught on on players like Osimhen. The bigger boys in the team. For Osimhen, I know. Lukman has come out. Lukman and Ndidi came out. To clear the whole issue. Saying there was no problem.
Yeah, their
It was
brothers
just
and all that.
normal argument that happens in
Between
football,
players.
between players. So in that particular situation, I expected Osimhen, to be more relaxed. Even if you're going to yell at your players, it should be in the dressing room. Everyone is watching. The fans are watching. The attitude you give out is what they would what they would see, and they could tag you. They could tag you as an aggressive player, as a player that doesn't respect his fellow
Yes.
players. So I expected him to at least. You've been playing in Europe for more than I think more than 8 years now. I expected him more than 10 years. If we're going to look at how he started his career, I expected him to at least calm the whole situation, speak to your boys. You don't do things aggressively. We know Osimhen, we know the hunger he has, and I think he wanted a hat trick in that game. To chase the
Exactly,
golden goal.
because what he actually said is that, and people also was going to give credence to this. They attest to this. They said, Lookman most times he doesn't release what was it called, the ball sometimes
But
quickly.
you're forgetting Lukman assisted the both goals
Yes,
to Osimhen.
yes. According to what you said, Osimhen, he wants more. I mean, he's a striker. So you understand, and for a striker to what was it called, to want more, he's going to give credence to this. They attest to this. They said, Lookman most times he doesn't release what was it called, the ball sometimes
But
quickly.
you're forgetting Lukman assisted the both goals
Yes,
to Osimhen.
yes. According to what you said, Osimhen, he wants more. I mean, he's a striker. So you understand, and for a striker to what was it called, to want more or to be selfish, I don't see any bad thing in that. But for him
Uh,
to just react in that manner, that is what I'm also against.
the funniest part. The funniest part. The funniest part is that Osimhen immediately that stuff happened. Osimhen was like he wants to come off, and Eric Chell took him off.
Yeah,
It's
his attitude was quite uncalled for. It's
I'm not
quite
even talking about that. I'm talking about Eric Chell now. It's just as if Osimhen is bossing him around.
uh,
That the problem happened on the field, and he's like, I want to come out.
so like Osimhen is trying to take advantage of his influence and
Yeah, in the team,
because
and Eric Chell is granting such.
and he's very influential.
Leave him on the pitch, let him play. Leave him on the pitch, let him play.
He said he was not
20
tracking
minutes.
back, or he started behaving anyhow.
Immediately the corner he said he wanted to come out. I think Osimhen has to be
He needs to call,
he needs to calm down.
Exactly.
He needs to take things easy. Easy on himself. He's a big influence out there. Other young kids.
they
The
are looking,
upcoming generation.
exactly.
They're
looking up
watching
to
him and seeing such behavior. It portrays a negative attitude
Exactly.
out there. So I expect his experience. Even if you are doing this in the training session, you shouldn't bring it out there. Where thousands of fans are watching.
Millions are watching.
So
Absolutely.
I know it's just hunger. It's just football. The game can
But
be
he
so
just needs to
intense
learn how
and
to control his emotion.
exactly.
Right.
So no
Right.
big deal, no problem.
I know it has been said. I mean, look more
Lukman even posted on Instagram. He said always together. They're always together. So Super Eagles, don't let that distract you. Go out there, dismantle the Algerians, break Mahrez leg. Say Mahrez now he scored out. Mahrez now he scored out free kick the last time
2019
wey we almost
against
enter final.
yeah,
So I know say na
2019
Ozil dey post.
semi-final.
Na one kind gbedu keeper. But this
So
time,
you think say even though say this one ball itself dey that kind of position.
I go rewatch that. I go rewatch that free kick. I go rewatch that free kick. See where Ozil dey. Ozil stand where Mahrez play that free kick.
And they say the wall wey even do
Ozil just long like Agali. No disrespect to Agali, but Ozil just long like one kind tolo person.
They tell you.
That one na past tense. Let's correct.
But Mahrez sef don come and don talk say they know every bit of our wetin dem call am our secret.
Mahrez ball don dey comot for im body, but that one no mean say im technicality no go take place. So Super Eagles nibo lebo mo na go.
Una don hear from Chukwuemeka. He say Super Eagles nibo lebo. That mean say who be who? Nobody fit shake una. So we expect you guys to do the country proud when you take on Algeria in the AFCON, the quarterfinal leg there in Morocco. Of course, the last one here is the game between the Fixtures of Egypt and Ivory Coast. Mo Salah doing the needful for the Fixtures of Egypt. And do you think it's going to continue where he left off in the last game against the advance of Ivory Coast?
I would make guys see that last million for just make them.
Yeah, nobody even believes that they win that. I mean, they came out as the best losers.
Yeah, but I wish the Pharaohs of Egypt all the best.
We go through, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because they have defeated us in the final. Okay. You heard from Chukwuemeka. He said he wants the Pharaohs of Egypt to go through in a particular one. But I mean, if you ask me, I mean, Ahmad is here. I mean, he's a money player, so and he has been doing well in this tournament as well.
Yeah, very brilliant boy.
3 goals, 2 assists, and I want him to do well as well. So to me, Ivory Coast should get the job done here. And Chukwuemeka has went for the Pharaohs of Egypt. Me, I went for Ivory Coast. So let's see how that is going to pan out. Away from the AFCON now, we'll be back after this time out to give you all the latest in the world of English football. Yeah, welcome back again to the show. We have the third round of the FA Cup with us here, and it's going to be played throughout this weekend there in England. Of course, Cheltenham Town will take on Leicester City, Everton against Sunderland, Maxfield FC will take on Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux win action against Shrewsbury Town, Burnham Wood against Bolton Albion, Burnley against Millwall, Doncaster Rovers against Southampton, Farm will be in action against Middlesbrough, Ipswich Town against Blackpool, Manchester City will host Exeter City, Newcastle United will be in action against the AFC Bournemouth there at the stadium, Salford City against Swindon Town, Sheffield Wednesday against Brentford, Stoke City against Coventry City, Bristol City against Watford, Cambridge United against Birmingham City, Grimsby Town will be in action against Western Supermare, Tottenham Hotspur will lock on with Aston Villa at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, while Charlton Athletic will take on Chelsea. And on Sunday, of course, our game continues. Derby County will be in action against Leeds United, Portsmouth against Arsenal, Hull City against Blackburn Rovers, Norwich City against Walsall, Sheffield United against Mansfield Town, Swansea City against West Ham United, Swansea City against West Bromwich Albion, while West Ham United will be in action against Q-Pratt Stadium, while Manchester United will host Brighton there at Old Trafford. Of course, that is the FA Cup third round fixture. Chukwuemeka, you have any take?
No.
You expect the big boys to get job done?
The only tough fixture there is the one against Manchester United and Brighton over Albion.
Tottenham and Aston Villa as well.
Yeah, those two fixtures. We hope the big boys go through. You
think Manchester United are going to get a win against Brighton? Considering how they've been performing lately.
Very tough one. I think they are away against Brighton.
No, they are at home, Old Trafford.
No. Let's give it to Man U.
Give it to Man U?
Yeah, Man U.
All right, you said Man U all the way against Brighton. Of course, the Tottenham against Aston Villa. Tottenham is playing at home.
Yeah, I want to believe Tottenham will come out. Tottenham will come out on top. I feel they will come out with a win, they'll make it to the next round. Yeah. So let's just let's I want to see top teams in this particular competition in the FA Cup. I want to see the big boys scale through. So yeah.
All right, you've heard from Chukwemeka. He said he wants the big boys to what's going to skate through in the third round of the FA Cup, and let's hope they can get the job done against the opponent they will be taking on in the FA Cup third round. Moving on away from that, now we have a Super Cup final in our hands here, and it's going to be another Clasico as we see last season. Barcelona and Real Madrid are the job done against their opponents last night. Madrid are defeated Atletico Madrid 2 goals to 1, while Barcelona also got the job done against Atletico Bilbao, I think.
Yeah.
So they are both in the final of the Super Cup, and they will be taking on each other on Sunday by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. That match will kick off. Chukwemeka, another Clasico.
Yeah,
Last season, we saw the Super Cup final between both sides, and we saw Barcelona, dismantling Real Madrid in that particular encounter. So you think that there's going to be any difference in this one?
I want a revenge. Actually, I want Madrid to go out there, and win the Super Cup. I'm not going to be biased, in this one, but I just think Madrid, they have the upper hand, based on what Barcelona, what happened last season, how they were dismantled in all the whole El Clasico, last season, playing 5 times and losing all 5, But I want to believe Alonso would get his tactics right, play Kylian. I think Kylian Mbappe is back. Rodrigo is back.
He should be available for that particular game.
Vinicius is active. Valverde, I want to see all of them at their best. Not disputing a team like Barcelona. They also have a lot of technical players. The likes of Yamil Amal and Lewandowski is also back.
Pedri,
I think Rafinha is back as well.
Rafinha, he's even scored in the last the semi-final game.
Not taking away Marcus Rashford, who is 29 today. So I want to. I just want to have fun, enjoy the game, but I'm still rooting for Madrid. I have a little iota of Madrid in my life, so I want to wish Madrid all the best of luck. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy another Clasico.
All right, and I don't hear from Chukwemeka. He says he get a little of a Madrid blood inside his body. He said, "Hala Madrid!" So come Sunday after the game, hopefully Chukwemeka can shout, Hala Madrid. All right, that is the size of the program at this point in time. We'll do this again another time. Until then, continue doing that sport you know how to do best. And continue to follow us on all social media platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, on TikTok, most especially on YouTube. We're always active there and continue to give you all the latest in the world of sports. Until we come your way again. Bye for now.